My name is Natalie Reider, and I am here today to talk about IoT, the Internet of Things. I will start off by defining what the Internet of Things is in order to provide a clear understanding of the rest of the presentation. Next, we will discuss the history of IoT and how its origin influenced present-day technology. Also, I feel it is important to describe the benefits and disadvantages of these applications in society and how these implications are actually implemented in everyday life. Finally, I will provide a glimpse of how these technologies will impact the future and future plans for the IoT world, in addition to recent debate about security tied to IoT. So, what is IoT? The Internet of Things is essentially a network of interrelated computing devices, a system of devices that has the ability to transfer data over a network without human involvement in the process. Basically speaking, this concept is the process of connecting any device with an on and off switch to the internet. In order to fully understand IoT, we need to define some terms. An IoT device is any standalone internet connected device that can be monitored and or controlled from a remote location. The Internet of Things ecosystem, on the other hand, consists of all the components that allow users to connect to their IoT devices. A physical layer is the actual hardware of the IoT device, including sensors and networking gear. The network layer is the platform responsible for transmitting the data received by the physical layer. And finally, remotes are the devices that allow the control of the IoT device using a dashboard. So I'm going to talk about the history a little bit. The Internet of Things was first proposed by Kevin Ashton in 1999. Kevin Ashton was the co-founder of the Auto ID Center at MIT. Around that same time, Neil Gershenfeld also mentioned IoT concept in his book, When Things Start to Think. This concept has evolved much over the years, but has actually been around since the 1970s. The first internet appliance being a Coke machine at Carnegie Mellon University in the 1980s, where programmers could check the status of the machine to see if a cold drink would be waiting for them before they went to pick one up. IoT has evolved from M to M, which means machine-to-machine communication, or the connection of machines through a network. The Internet of Things takes this concept to the next level, where sensor networks of billions of devices connect not only machines, but people, systems, and other applications. IoT didn't actually make a strong impact on current society until 2010, when the government of China decided to focus efforts on promoting IoT in their 5-year plan. So I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of the Internet of Things. So IoT allows businesses to monitor their overall processes with greater ease, enhance employee productivity, improve the customer experience while also integrating and adapting current business models. IoT also saves time and money, not only for producers, but consumers as well. Generating more revenue is also a fundamental aspect of this technology. So with advantages also come disadvantages. So as with any new technology, there are disadvantages to IoT. The system is extremely complex and in some cases not very user-friendly. There is also greater risk of failure. Currently, there is no international standard of compatibility for this type of equipment, so there could be miscommunications in manufacturing. With greater dependence on technology to run our world, unemployment rates also rise because there is less of a need for human workers when a machine can do the job. I think it's really important to talk about some of the real life applications that IoT has in our world today. So today we see IoT implications everywhere, even in the homes of consumers. So smart homes are houses that are equipped with IoT devices that help make everyday life easier. For example, smart thermostats allow people to control the temperature of their home from their phone or tablet, allowing people to control the atmosphere of their home even when they aren't there. Other examples include Philips Hue bulbs, where users can adjust the intensity of light from their phone and can also be programmed to change dimness at certain times of the day or night. Smart refrigerators are also a hot item for smart homes these days, with the ability to monitor what items are in the fridge and order more if they run out. We all know Apple is one of the leading industries in the technological field. As a result, they are also one of the top firms in the Internet of Things field. iPhones are the most common form of IoT today, as they are the most common device used to control other IoT devices. They are the center of this network, essentially. Apple Watches act similarly in the sense that they are linked to your phone and can monitor health and daily activities in addition to sending notifications instantly. One of the most recent develops in the IoT world is driverless smart cars. These cars are currently being worked on by Tesla, BMW, Uber, and Google and are capable of taking their passengers to their destination on their own. These cars are equipped with tons of devices, including sensors, gyroscopes, cloud architecture, and the internet. One field of IoT that might surprise users is agriculture. Agriculture is actually one of the fastest growing fields in IoT. Because of our rapidly growing population comes the need for increased food supply. So governments have decided to help farmers with this by providing advanced techniques and research to aid food supply. For example, IoT helps farmers gather data on soil moisture and nutrients, controlling water usage, and determining the need for fertilizers. IoT offers many benefits in the healthcare world too, and has potential to grow in upcoming years. This technology includes the ability to monitor patients more closely and use data to analyze treatment plans. In addition, hospitals utilize IoT for inventory management of pharmaceuticals and medical instruments. Individuals are also being encouraged to start using wearables in order to create a personalized analysis of one's health. Wearables are included in Apple Watches, one of the devices we talked about earlier in the presentation. Internet of Things has a very important role in the retail world as well. IoT is utilized in order to move merchandise efficiently, predict equipment failure, monitor inventory, and enhance the customer experience overall. By using these technologies, firms will not only save time and money while producing and outsourcing their products, but strengthen their customer reliance and increase the number of repeat customers. IoT devices are also being created to help parents monitor their babies and keep them safe. There are currently onesies for babies connected to their parents' smartphones that allow for them to oversee the baby's temperature, breathing, and activity. This is similar to other devices that help parents monitor or pet parents monitor their animals at home. Cameras that connect to smartphones that track behavior from afar to see if potty training is actually working. So the Internet of Things has great potential to influence cities in years to come. These cities are called smart cities, similar to smart houses but on a much larger scale. Implementing the use of IoT devices in cities, such as connected sensors, lights, and meters, the collection of and data analysis will make all of these tasks much easier. The promoters of smart cities are working toward the improvement in infrastructure with the hope to reduce the use of energy while saving cities money as well. Ways cities plan on doing this include the use of IoT LED light bulbs and the implementation of smart grids, which increase resource conservation. IoT is also expected to be the sole operating system of businesses in the future. BI Intelligence of Business Insider's Premium Research has determined that IoT devices will greatly influence consumers, businesses, and manufacturers. BI predicts businesses will be the top adapter of IoT solutions by lowering operating costs, increasing productivity, and expanding to new markets or developing new product offerings. It is expected that nearly $6 trillion will be spent on IoT solutions over the next 5 years. With the Internet of Things, unfortunately, comes a hot debate about security surrounding these devices. Businesses have been known to bring in insecure devices and then fail to update the software. They are also failing to provide security patches, which are crucial to preventing hackers. If hackers were able to get access to IoT devices, they would be able to see through cameras and surveillance lots of top secret operations. With all of this data compiled in devices also comes the risk of data breaches, in which personal information, government information, etc., could be shared with an unintended audience. Smartphones in particular are at great risk of hacking, so making sure passwords and only downloading apps from reliant sources in order to prevent an invasion of privacy is very important. As mentioned earlier, many healthcare and automobile companies use IoT devices. However, if a product were to malfunction, it could possibly pose a life or death situation for users. Finally, trolls, bad players, and hackers are always presenting a risk in the IoT world, for they have the potential to steal extremely important information. In conclusion, by discussing the definition of the Internet of Things, the history, the advantages and the disadvantages, everyday implications, and security concerns, it is very evident that IoT has a major impact on the world we live in today and will continue to hold a presence in the lives of people around the world for years to come. Thank you.